This week on Carolina All Out.
Big buck, big buck, big buck.
That was a good buck. That'd been as good a buck as I've ever taken in North Carolina.
All right, well, it's December 13th here in North Carolina, and I'll be honest, it's been a long season. There he is. That's him. That's
Well, that'll work right there. Cooper.
Great year.
Thanks, dude.
awesome. I appreciate it, man. Thanks so much.
Since 2016, Carolina All Out has produced over 100 episodes of hunting, fishing, and trapping from the mountains to the coast. And chances are, if you've seen one of these episodes, it's probably been shot and edited by a good old Carolina boy named Joshua Lawler, or Old Josh as we like to call him. Old Josh hails from a strong hunting tradition. His father, Kevin, is an accomplished archer and big game hunter who made it his job to teach Josh the ways of the sportsman and encouraged him to foster a love for the outdoors, but especially deer and bow hunting. He also spent time recording the forays in the field, which nudged Josh toward a college degree in film and video production at ECU. So Josh has taken his talents in production and married them to his passion for the outdoors, and you can see it displayed each week on our shows. When Josh isn't working on the show, he's in the outdoors fishing, hunting, shooting his bow, scouting, or researching gear to do all of the above. I'm thankful that he's got a passion for deer hunting because he's hunting with me in the stand and many times sees and hears deer before I do. And that's just what happened on an early mid-November hunt.
Big buck, big buck. It's a big buck. It's the big 8-pointer. You got him. Chris, are you on him?
I can't hear you, Josh.
Shoot it.
I'm on him.
Can you see him? You better shoot it.
I'm really sick right now. That was a good buck. That'd been as good a buck as I've ever taken in North Carolina. He was mature. He was big. He was doing exactly what we thought he was going to do. My miscommunication with Josh, I couldn't hear it. Josh was on one side of the tree, I was on the other. I could not hear him say, shoot him, and I didn't know if he had him. And I had the crosshairs right on his shoulder. I could see him perfect. That was hard. That is sickening. I'm sick. That was as good a buck as you want to take here. And I didn't want to shoot him. What good would it do for you guys than for me to shoot and we not have him on video? So I didn't. So that could have been my chance.
Carolina All Out is brought to you by Agri-Supply, Home, Hardware, Farm, Carolina Cooker, Tools, Cooks, Legends, you create the tradition. The North Carolina Marine and Estuary Foundation, building world-class fisheries and thriving coastal economies. And by the Better Fishing with Two Bald Biologists podcast. With the primary rut over in North Carolina, the deer are focusing their attention on food. And old Josh has hung a tree stand in a big loblolly pine overlooking a kill plot that has been seeing a lot of activity lately.
All right, well, it's December 13th here in North Carolina. And I'll be honest, it's been a long season, but a good season. Chris got a really nice buck down in Lee County and muzzleloader. And then I got me a nice buck about a few weeks ago. So I'm going to tell you, this is probably going to be my most favorite sit of the season, just because all I had to do was park my truck on the private land, walk right in here, and climb up the tree stand. I didn't have to use any climbers, any lock-ons, anything like that like we use on public land, going in and out every single day. All I had to do was walk right up in here and get in, and I'm happy about that. But what we've got in front of me is probably one of the most pitiful food plots you've ever seen, but the deer have been hitting it really hard. It's some turnips and brassicas and radishes, kind of a mix. And I've also sweetened it up with a little corn, but the deer have been absolutely hammering it out here. And I'm guessing it's just because there's not really any acorns this year. So the deer are trying to put on that extra weight for the wintertime. Every night there's been about 15 to 20 deer out here, small bucks, does, and 2 bucks in particular that I believe to be 6 to 7 years old. They don't have much for a rack at all. I mean, we're talking about 100-inch racks, but in my opinion, I really don't care, because these bucks have been here since I got permission all the way back in 2020. So I'm looking forward to it. Oh yeah, here comes the doe. That's a nice little buck. Little buck coming in. Gonna come right behind me. deer coming right out of that bottom down in there. Must be where they're bedding at. I think there might have been some oaks that dropped in there, I'm not sure. There he is. That's him. That's definitely him right there. That's that wider eagle right there.
Carolina All Out is brought to you by Agri-Supply, Home, Hardware, Farm, Carolina Cooker, Tools, Cooks, Legends, you create the tradition. D&Z Products, when it comes time to take your trophy, accuracy is a must. The Dixie Deer Classic, the South's premier sportsman's event. Old Josh is high in a tree in Granville County. Several deer have been on the food plot for some time. But now, one of his hit list bucks has made the mistake of coming in during shooting hours.
Got him. Got him. He'll stop right there. Yeah, I got him. He's just standing there. I don't even know what to say. It looked like I smoked that buck. And he ran off. He ran about 25 yards into the woods. I watched him. He stood right over there. He stood there for what I felt like was forever. And I know if I'd have smoked him in the heart, he would have died. He stood there for probably 5 to 10 minutes and did not go down. He did not go down. I don't know. He was 30 yards. I made sure I ranged it. And I aimed a little bit low. And when the shot broke, it hit exactly where I was aiming, but he did not jump string. I thought he would jump, but he didn't. But it still looks like I smoked him right in the heart, but I don't know. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna sit up here until it gets dark. All the other deer have left now, but I don't know. I'm gonna send the footage to some of my buddies, see what they think, see what Chris thinks, and then we'll get down and see what the air looks like and all that. That's definitely gut. That's obviously where he stood at right there. That's pretty good blood. Alright, well, it's kind of a change of events. It's been about an hour and 45 minutes after the shot, and sent the video to a bunch of my buddies and Chris, and we all feel like the shot was awesome, but the way that the deer ran off and stood just inside the wood line for about 10 to 15 minutes, just standing there, makes me know it definitely was not a double lung shot or a heart shot, because if it was, he'd be dead within 5 or even shorter than that and probably go on a death run. But after looking at the video a little bit further, I can see where the deer was kind of quartered to me just a little bit, and then the shot actually hit him a little bit low. Now that's exactly where I was aiming, because I was hoping the deer would jump string, but after watching the video, the deer never jumped string at all. So the entrance was low and the exit was low and back, and after reviewing the arrow, it's got some blood, some waxy substance, so it smells like gut. I called Jeff Hannes, and he went ahead and told me to just back out. We didn't scatter all over the place a whole bunch, so we probably didn't mess up the track too much. Jeff has got a dog, Cooper, and Cooper has made short work of some deer in the past. He helped us find Chris's deer back in early November, and there was no blood on the ground, and that was a perfect shot, and Cooper found him pretty easily. So it's going to be cold tonight. We'll be back here in the morning with Jeff, and hopefully we can find him.
Carolina All Out is brought to you by the North Carolina Wildlife Resources Commission, Farms and Land Realty, selling land is what we do, and by these fine sponsors.
For a weeknight, crispy, gooey, delicious. I'm Jason with Carolina Cooker. Let us help you navigate all the seasons, both in the kitchen and in the field.
All right, well, it's the next morning. I got Jeff here now with me, and we're down here at the arrow. But Jeff, you tell me. We thought there was a little bit, could be some signs of gut just because he stopped bleeding. And
Yeah, based on the video you sent me, the exit was going to be low. I do see some indicators that you could have clipped gut on the exit, which really can explain why you lost blood. That fat tends to squeegee the arrow on exit, so it becomes kind of difficult to read into how much gut you did get. Makes it difficult, but we can definitely give it a shot with Cooper, and he'll let us know. We'll know quickly what happened.
all right,
Okay.
sounds good.
Stay. Stay.
Well, that'll work right there. Hey. Cooper.
Great deer.
Thanks, dude. Dang.
Long way.
Yeah, that was a long way. That was like almost 400 yards, but
Well, Jeff, I appreciate it, man. This is awesome. I mean, 400 yards later, but Cooper, he didn't seem to have any trouble, did he?
No, it's I mean, you made the right call with what you had to go on.
Right. I mean, I sent the video of the shot to a bunch of different guys, and everybody was saying that's money. You know, that's really good. But little did we know, we looked back at the footage, and he was kind of quartered a little bit to me, and the shot was a little bit low, and we're thinking, you know, it kind of went in low and exited back towards the stomach.
Yeah, that angle quartering away is a heart shot, and you recover it.
Right.
In this case, it was slightly quartering to you. Entry got near side lung, exit was likely gut, and when the blood ran out, it kind of gave you that.
Yeah, well, the deer was about 28 yards, about 30 yards, and I actually hit exactly where I was aiming, fully expecting the deer to jump the string and come down, but he did not, as you could see, and my arrow hit low.
I mean, it was a great opportunity to watch the dog and see the great resource that we have.
Right.
And when to use it is a big deal. And
the
deer made it to this creek and worked the bottom of it, which is tough on a dog, but we were able to work through it and found a great buck that you got history with.
Yeah, I mean, this buck, he doesn't look like much on the antler sides. Of course, I try not to care too much, but this buck, I would say he's at least 7 years old, because back in 2020 we've had some photos of him and he looks just as big as he does now. So he's an old deer. I'm really happy with him. Not too happy with my shot, but it was a learning experience. And like you said, if I didn't have a dog like Cooper to come out here, I would have never found this deer. I might would have found his head in the springtime or something like that, but you know, it was 29 degrees last night. I can keep all of the meat here, so
absolutely,
awesome.
Man.
I appreciate it, man. Thanks so much.
Thanks for watching Carolina All Out, North Carolina's favorite hunting and fishing show.
Bad Daisy.